If you want crew shirts, you got to get them from somewhere else. But if you want one of these Mr. Brando logo shirts, send it. I got love for my gang. Man. I'll fix that. I mean, if somebody orders one, it's
Thanks, Rick, for posting that.
What was it say?
You posted the link to the page.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna make a Daisy shirt next. Daisy gang all day. Gang, gang, gang! This little pup. So thorough. Hold on. Explain the gallon of milk question on this show, will you? I don't know what the gallon of milk thing means to me, so I'm sorry. Let me see what the gallon of milk thing means to me. Maybe you can explain this better to my son. Okay, let's pretend I am an Iraqi citizen. I had 5,000 dinar note yesterday. A gallon of milk costs 5,000 dinar, and this morning reinstated, and now purchasing power. So the question is, how much is a gallon of milk today? Okay, so this is okay. Price gouging happened in Europe during the Euro. People don't realize that price gouging happened in Europe, right? So like, people tried to rip off people not knowing the exchange amount, right? So that's going to happen. It's part of the tutorial. It doesn't mean that like every person's going to have a fair and just way. It's not how life works. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody at this point, but like there's going to be price gouging. And listen, deletion of the 3 zeros, I'm going to explain it one time on Patreon, and that's it. It's not a bad thing. Like, the obvious answer is the notes coexist for 10 years. You're damn right. That's the whole gist of it. And if you're not keen on that, then you might want to join Patreon and challenge the theory. But trust me, I've already reviewed it from the IMF, the United Nations, and everybody else. To everybody that's ever done a deletion of the 3 zeros. So if you want to find out how that works, tune into Patreon tonight. I'm giving a tutorial on it, and I'm doing club business. We're going to start electing officers, getting people ready for positions. So, I guess, if you guys have, in your humble opinion, a few moments of your time, because I have a few moments of my own time, but I'm just making sure y'all good. Let me see how many people are in here right now.
370.
That's it? How many thumbs up we got?
I did a ton of research. I read...
We got 370 people. Thank you, all you guys coming in here. Please press the like button. You know what? We get enough negative comments, man. Please. Y'all don't want to see me shooting the bird, so please give me some thumbs up so I'll give you the fingers up. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm holding back. Everybody says Mr. Brando's angry. I'm not angry. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? You attack me, I attack back. Now, I got some bombs for you guys tonight. You guys ready? I don't think they're ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
Or you sleep? You ready or you sleep?
I'm reading through the comments.
What are they saying? Tell them, read them to me.
Anybody confirm the coins are on the electronic billboards?
Electronic billboards? Mm-hmm. Explain that further, please.
That was from White Devil.
White Devil, you're an astute person. I'm not criticizing. Just the coins are... Do you guys understand? Well, let's do our introductions first, please. Can we do our introductions, please?
I'm April Beebe.
You guys see my shirt? What does my shirt say? What does my shirt say? You see my kangaroo? That's the new logo. You feel me? That's us. We got a trademark. Y'all feel me? We trademarked. I I am Mr. Brando! And welcome to the reinstatement, the status, of the reinstatement of the Iraqi Dinar IQD chat and world news. Everybody's wondering about a few things. What happens with zeros? I'm going to explain that later on, not right here, because that has something to do with a date and a rate. But I'm going to explain how the zeros deletion happens, and I'm also going to go to the news today. The news today was awesome. I have no complaints about the news lately. I think people right now are searching for something superficial. All you can truly search for in life is what's tangible. You feel me? We talk all day long about what it means to be, in this investment. I guess people don't understand this. To be in this investment, you have to understand a couple things. First of all, you got to understand that GDP is one of the main things that has to do with a currency exchange. If you don't understand GDP and trade, get out of the investment. Number two, if you don't understand a little bit about geopolitics and about how tribes work and a region works and a young democracy works, get out of this because it's going to frustrate you. Number four, if you don't have patience in the investment, and patience could mean 20 years, it could be 15, it could be 5, but if you don't have patience for the investment, get out of it now. You're going to frustrate yourself to death. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to leave yourself just open for all kinds of negativity from your friends, your family, and everything that's out there, and people don't understand it. So don't involve yourself in that. Now, if you're in this for the long haul, if you're a broad thinker, if you're a big thinker, if you're someone who thinks broad term, if you're someone who thinks outside of the box, if you're someone who has big dreams, if you're somebody who has an investment strategy that's not based upon the physical norm, then you know what? Welcome to my gang. And it's glad to have you. You see, we wearing gang shirts tonight. Let me see your shirt, baby. Can I see this? She got big old bitties, but you see that shirt? You see this?
Wore this stupid shirt.
Nah, she love this shirt. She love this shirt. It's her favorite shirt. Man, I love our shirts. We gonna go to the mall and hold hands.
Look like that couple in high school.
I wore my shirt to the bank today, and you know what this little kid told me? What is that? I said, it's a kangaroo. You know what he said? Looks like you. He did this little one. I was laughing. I said, what? He goes, looks like you. I said, well, it should. It's supposed to be me. But
It's supposed to be a likeness of you.
I'm a guru.
It's got dreads like you. That's really it.
And it parts down the middle of this little kid. He was like, looks like you.
Looks like Daisy.
Daisy looks so cool. How are y'all doing? Is there any questions out there right now?
I'm trying to look through them now.
Before I read this news, first of all,
Go ahead, read the news.
Common member of Iraqi's council.
Seamus said we need a BB Roo, like a kangaroo.
A BB Roo?
Yeah.
I'm going to make a BB Roo, but you don't have dreadlocks, so I can't put dreadlocks on a BB.
Because I'm a lady.
It's like a lady.
Beat your ass like a lady.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Man, y'all, we gotta have fun. We gotta laugh. The importance of the working in electronic currency rather than the return of cash and metal. So, one thing, if you guys have noticed about the last 4 or 5 days, everything is about introducing back coins back into society because coins are going to be the lower notes and fills. I believe that truly. I could go wrong on this one. I have been wrong on other things, but I don't feel I'm wrong on this one. There's going to be coins are going to be the lower fills, anywhere from a penny all the way up to $1 or $100 possibly in a coin. And that's why Mahandi went after ISIS with great vengeance. That's why we're collecting all those coins in counterfeit. That's why when you're asking about counterfeiting, even if it was USD in $100 bills, there's no MCP. So, I mean, all that money was good for is on the black market unless you're going to go buy Coke or buy heroin. But in Iraq, why would you risk buying Coke or heroin to get stoned? You know what I'm saying? When the worst you get for counterfeit bills is maybe like a slap on the wrist. The idea is that there is definitely a progression happening as far as what's going to happen. And they're definitely looking at the coins as a plus or a minus. Okay? Coins mean that you got to carry something in your pocket, on your person. It's bulky, it's heavy, it has a cost. Electronically, if you look at things and you say, as an Iraqi citizen, what would I buy more into? Coins or debit or credit card? I would think they'd buy into more of the debit or credit system. It's a younger class society, educated. I think people have to realize that they're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? That these people are highly educated. They're highly skilled. They're just looking for an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong?
No, Lori says, stand up so we can see your shirt.
Stand up so you can see your shirt.
You stand up.
No, come on. You're my model. Come on. Y'all want to see the shirt? Come on. Get out the way.
Oh, Lord. There. See there. Boom, boom.
If y'all look at that, Mr. Brando! This is my shirt.
They can see your shirt already.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Now, shout out to Bethany, the absolute damn near awesomest person in the universe. She's got crew shirts. This is another outlet for another shirt. Commerce announced the completion of electronic window project and the launch of the site of International Trade Point. So Iraq is going to go ahead and the Ministry of Commerce, a copy of the General Company for Exhibitors and Commercial Services in the ministry, has completed the project of one window with the aim of issuing important export license and linking them to a border ports through an electronic system contributes to facilitate procedures on owners, companies, and investors. So what they're basically telling you is that now they're going to have a methodology or a means to go have a framework for international trade. He explained the task of the point supervised by the Department of Private Sector. So also, to launch the private sector is to launch free trade. So when you see stuff out there about Iraq's going to launch free trade with Kuwait, understand what that means. It means that the private sector at that point is going to have an opportunity for free trade. And don't think of the deletion of the 3 zeros as a negative thing. It's a must-have to thing, and it's happened many times over our universe. Maybe we didn't pay attention to it because we didn't know about it, but deleting 3 zeros happened in Turkey, it's happened in Germany, it's happened in Japan. Don't think of that in a negative sense, okay? With them opening up international trade, what?
I saw you scratching.
Yeah, I need some ointment on that right there.
Did you take your medicine?
Today? Yeah, once.
Yeah, because I see you scratching. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. But the task of the point supervises the Department of Private Sector developments aims to provide better services and supports the private sector through increasing inter-regional and international as well as the world, providing information support on businesses and investors in an open market to provide private sector activate interdependence and their partners in a world through official central point and facilitate businesses using modern technologies. The idea is that this trade point is going to be international. They've already decided it's going to happen soon. You don't have to worry about that happening. As far as trade goes, I think that people have to understand what the Arab monetary fund is, understand what the Arab dinar is, understand that a deletion of the 3 zeros is not necessarily a negative thing. And the obvious answer, like WB said, well, those notes coexist. That is the obvious answer, and that is the answer. People don't understand. If you were going to lop your currency, they lopped their currency when they went from the old era to the Ba'ath era. That was a lop, meaning that the old Saddam notes, well, when they went from the olden times to Saddam, he lopped the notes. And you know what he did? He did away with coins. People don't realize about the coins. The significance of the coins is symbolic, kind of like a fully seated government. It represents a time before tyranny, before a dictator. Does that make sense? A free trade time. And historical data provides, and it proves that the dinar was worth more money then than it really was during Saddam because it was not artificially induced. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people got to realize that coins coming back into the marketplace is not just, it signifies lower notes. Yes, it does, but it signifies so much more as the sovereignty because coins represent that your society has a basis at a default, like at a quarter or a dollar or 50 cents below $1. You know what I'm saying? That's core competence. That means that those coins can go out into the marketplace and buy something. And right now, you can take 50 cents or 75 cents or 85 cents of American dollars and go buy something. You see what I'm saying? If you took that same amount of Iraqi dinar, you couldn't go buy a damn thing. And that's what the coins signify, a strength in the economy and a confidence in the infrastructure of the Iraqi dinar. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about this. A lot of the psychology of the actual value of the dinar is psychological. The people have to believe in it. That's why Zimbabwe's failing miserably and the Zim's dead. The people don't believe in it. As a government, your only really thing that you got to sell people on is that you're strong and that your currency's worth something. You see what I'm saying? As a government. Mm-hmm. And as a politician, you got to sell people on, I'm going to make you more wealthy and you're safe. And that's what people don't understand about why this dinar thing is so much more. It's more of a psychological play. It's a psychological chess match. And that's why you can't guess a date. You see what I'm saying? It's not about a date. About them is about something happening. Now, I could argue with you guys and tell you all day long that everything's done. Yes, but there's one chess piece or maybe a half a chess piece that's not done. And that's where I'm failing you as a host because I don't know what that chess piece is yet. Yet I will know what that chess piece is. You see what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with China trade. It has nothing to do with guessing every weekend. It has nothing to do with attacking other YouTubers. It's everything with research and following the model. Okay?
So, let me read a couple of things here. This one's just a comment. Dennis says the 3 zeros were deleted by coming out with a $25 dinar note, which will run side by side with the $25,000 note for 10 years, then no more 25K notes, at least for us.
Okay, that's true. But you got to understand that there's another part of that the Arab SDR has to play with that finishes off that equation. See, deleting of the 3 zeros is just part of it, off the nominal value and off the exchange rate. But what happens once they delete the 3 zeros, and what happens is the psychological effect of that in Iraqis and everybody else is what the 3 zeros really represents to the public. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Deletion of the 3 zeros is not just a play on, well, they're deleting 3 zeros. Great. Okay. That makes a dinar, X amount. They're going to change the rate. They're going to change. It's a lot to it. It's not just that. Okay.
And then the other part is, my question is, what denomination of bills Iraq had back in pre-war $3.22 days, and won't they change all of their notes post RI to a practical size?
Well, no, because they've already picked the denominations of the notes that they want right now. Uh-huh. So there's not going to be any denominational note change. What's going to happen is key notes. Okay, hold on.
Bernard, or AKA Forrest Green, post your comment or your question in this live chat. I don't have time to kind of rush over to Facebook, or direct message me on Facebook and it'll pop up in my phone.
There's a 7-set Saddam note on, dang, I wish I could just get a picture of it. Hold on. Maybe I can go to images. I'll read them to you. Saddam did away with coins. That's what people don't understand. Saddam did away with coins. There was a 250, there was a 100, there was a 25, there was a 5. I don't know if I thought there was a 10. Hold on. You can't see the numbers of them. Yeah, see, Saddam's notes, I just read them off to you. There they are, right there. Okay. You can't see the notes.
No, because they got them stacked.
Yeah, see, you can't see the numbers. But Saddam had no coins. You might have
to go to eBay to see some Saddam notes.
Yeah, and you can go research it yourself. I mean, those notes are insignificant. Those notes are retired, just like Zim notes. When a note's retired, you can't trade it in. You feel me? It's worthless.
Okay, what's the difference between Iran deleting the zeros and Iraq deleting its zeros?
Okay, I'll explain that exactly in Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it here because I have to discuss rate. And I don't want to discuss rate on YouTube because every time I do, I get flagged, I get talked about, I get all these thumbs down and told I'm an idiot and all this. So I'm not doing that. So I'm going to do that next on Patreon.
And the person that asked you that question, I forwarded you their article.
If they're Patreon, I will contact them directly and talk about it on air. Here it is. Bethany, you're an angel. In 1932, there was 1,000 fills, 20 dirhams. It was introduced. The notes were $4.86 between 1932 and 1949. Occupied Iraqi dinar, pound sterling. The Iraqi dinar equal to $2.80 in 1971. In 1982, it was $3.22. So in 1982, the dinar was $3.22. You want me to send that to you, babe?
Sure.
Forward, Miss BB. She can post that so you can see it. So you guys can stop saying, well, when was it? It was. And guess what? It will be again. I don't care what anybody says. They're going to reinstate to pre-war times. Now, the last piece of news that I saw, there's going to be free trade between Iraq and Kuwait. The United States and Russia gave a green light to Israel to bomb Iran. This is going to be a lot about questions and answers. The decision to lift the immunity of others gives a real sense of accomplishment to the international community as far as corruption is concerned.
What did that article discuss you just sent me? I'm just trying to give it a header. You don't know?
Yeah, notes.
History of the Iraqi dinar,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Thank
You
you.
can post it on Patreon.
That's
too,
what I'm
right?
doing, and I'm making it public
Okay.
because I can't put this many words in the chat. I'm on it.
Go to the Patreon. It's going to be public.
I'll post the link on my chat.
Now, let's talk about, for you guys, what are your questions? What's going on with y'all that you've got a question about what's happening? That what's going on? Because you know what? There's not a ton of news. The news is all the same. It's all about notes, corruption, and arrest, right? Okay. So we know the news. What is something that's troubling you guys? Or you want to call in, you want to say, hey, Mr. Brando, I don't understand this. I'm going to talk about deletion of the 3 zeros on Patreon, and the reason why I have to use a number. And I don't want to use that number in vain. I don't want people to get excited, so I'm going to use that only for people that won't get super excited. Pac-Man is finally back. Mr. BB.
Oh, Sammy said something earlier about ISIS. He said, see, ISIS popping up again or something like that.
ISIS was never gone. ISIS is always going to be in Iraq. It's going to always be in... Al-Qaeda is always going to be in Syria. The Brotherhood is always going to be in Egypt. It's a gang.
I thought all that we saw about ISIS recently was Iran, no?
Well, no, not Iran, Iraq.
Iraq.
But the deal with that was, it's a good question. And Sammy's got a good question. So the idea about ISIS is that it's like a gang. They're a cancer. They're spread all over Iraq, right? Mm-hmm. They're not going to go away. Mm-hmm. Okay? They're going to be there forever. The ideology is what's impregnated the people. Okay? But you haven't heard of any bombings in 5 months. Mm-hmm. You haven't heard of any, like, catastrophes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All you're hearing about, they're resurfacing. But the Bloods and the Crip run rampant through L.A. You know what I'm saying? Folks and gangster disciples run rampant through Chicago. Right? The Ku Klux Klan's in Kentucky or Texas. So, I mean, domestic terrorism is never going anywhere. David said he just joined Patreon. Shout out Patreon.
Yeah, I saw he sent a donation.
J Sigmon .0084. Now that's a good question. I'm going to talk about it on Patreon. .00, if you move zeros, what does it mean? And you know what? Something's got to change. We're going to talk about that. Eugene and Big Game James, how you doing? I'm confused. Are they cutting the zeros off the $25,000 note? No, they're not. They're reintroducing a note.
Allow me.
That's a $25 note. They're not cutting the zeros off a $25,000 note. It's just kind of like a $10,000 note. When they introduce a $1,000 note, if you're an American citizen, then you understand this. Yeah, call.
You gotta call somebody trying to call you.
They banging my line?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, you live?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I just had got a quick question.
Go ahead.
So first, the standby agreement that they
Mm-hmm.
Is that, does that, if they, I know it says something like they don't give add value to, they could take over their management rights, but do they have to do that by 2020, or it can go beyond if they don't add value? That's one thing that is confusing me.
The SBA agreement's over.
Okay.
The SBA's over. There's no more standby agreement. They passed it. They passed that, and when they did that, the United Nations lifted sanctions off them basically the same week. There is no SBA right now. There's no Marshall Plan.
Okay, because I heard something, I don't know, but years ago that if they didn't add value by 2020 or something like that.
No, you're talking about you're talking about the economic reconstruction plan of 2018 through 2022. It's a totally different thing.
Oh, okay.
Totally different thing. No, I get it. What you're talking about here, if you're looking at your screen, look at my paper right here. Can you see that?
He might have a delay.
Yeah. Yep, I see you.
Okay, now look down. Look. I don't hide the documents.
Okay.
And I think
That's what you want to research.
That document expired. The SBA agreement expired July
this year.
Yeah, July.
There is no SBA.
18th or 20th
Yeah,
or
18th or
something.
19th or 20th or something like that. Yeah. A lot of people are confused about that. Yeah. No, that's gone. We're done with that.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for clearing it up, because that's the thing that I'm like, God, well, maybe they're going to add. Me and the buddy talking about, I said, man, maybe they still going to add it before 2020 come in, because I'm thinking that, they going to be in big trouble if they get. But, so,
Here.
all right, thanks for clearing that up.
Okay, thank you now, okay?
All right, man. Hey, thanks, man, for the work y'all do.
Oh, yeah, man. And stay tuned, okay? I'm going to drop a big thing about contract rates right now.
Okay, yeah, and I'm on Patreon. I joined it back in July.
Oh, well, hell, you ain't got your coin yet? You better recognize me as gang gang.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
You better chew my set out.
he better hush. He over here working me like a Hebrew slave, talking about coin. You got your coin.
You
yet.
better get your job right. Paying you all this money.
All this free money, huh? Shoot. Harpo over here beating me.
Eat the cake, Andy, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check y'all later on.
All right,
Hey, man, check the set next. I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna make light of this whole zero thing, man. You gonna laugh when you figure. You gonna laugh and say, for real? I'm gonna be like, for real. I got it. And you know what? I'm gonna give y'all a teaser. Hold on. Let me show y'all. You know I got documents, right?
He's trying to get off the phone.
All right, homie. Look on the screen. I'm gonna hang up with you, okay?
Okay, you about to hang up now?
I'll hang up now, okay? Bye.
Okay, all right. Have a good one, bro.
You too, bro. Okay, I'm gonna show it.
Bye.
Here's how you explain the 3 zeros.
Ow! They can't even read that.
They can read it.
No, they can't.
If you stop it.
Go ahead, put it back up there.
Okay,
So put it up there. Put it up there closer. Look what they see. Look what they see. Because number one, you're holding the paper up high or down there on the monitor. The camera's right there.
Oh, I forget. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a new system. It's a delay. Okay. Can you see it?
Now they can.
Can you see that, y'all?
He like a big old kid.
I got toys. That's how you know about these 3 zeros. From the International Journal of Economics.
Nerd.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. I read that type stuff. I'm reading stuff. My whole Patreon all day was like, "Where's Mr. B? Where's Mr. B?" I'm reading. It took me half a day to read.
Yeah,
Pepe set me on the path.
I call you. I'm reading. Okay. Read on, my brother.
But I have a plan. No, 0.0084, I'm going to tell you guys, and Pepe enlightened me to that. 0.0084 is not going to be that rate, trust me. Now I can prove it to you. I can prove it to you through historical data. And Bethany.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daisy. I didn't know you were right.
I'm confused. Are they cutting the zeros off the 25K note? No. They're introducing a note that's 25 note. They're not cutting the zeros off it. Facts. Not hype. Yeah, facts. For real facts.
Where did you hear that about the 25 note?
I just read it. They said, are you cutting the zeros off the 25 note?
But there's a 25 note you said being introduced.
Yeah.
When?
Yeah, there's a 25 and a 5 and a 10. I know it's on the CBI website. I mean, that stuff, y'all, you can look for yourself.
Oh, so it's out there.
Yeah, it's been out there for years.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. Like, I mean, if I did, I think y'all would crucify me. You know what I'm saying?
I look darker.
Look, laughing my ass off. Wake up, family. That's why we're here with Mr. Brando for live facts. Yeah, it's all live. Listen, y'all. There is a formula to figure out what the
look.
Well, go ahead.
On says, I'm dumping my dinar and put it in the ISX.
Shit, me, man.
That's what I want to do.
Shoot! I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't even need a cap. This is no cap. Okay?
Stop talking about DDG.
No cap. DDG's my hero. Anyway. ISX is kind of... Okay, let me give you an example. I'm going to give you... Can I give you this example, babe?
Go ahead.
Okay, listen. We good?
Good.
The dinar is kind of like going panhandling in a stream and finding like 5 or 6 nuggets. Okay? Being involved in ISX and holding multiple shares is kind of like being in that same stream and tapping into a gold vein that's bigger than anything you ever imagined. It's infinite. It's alpha to omega. There's no end and there's no beginning to the wealth that it brings for years. Because it's in its infancy stage. Unlike our card or unlike anything else, the currency, if you had $1 billion in IQD, you would only begin to understand the beginning of the wealth of the ISX. Yeah, Dong's going to make you rich. Dong, Afghani. That article I posted about those countries...
I gave you an Afghani, remember?
You did.
Because I was around collecting currencies like a mad woman.
Hello? You're live.
Hello, Mr. Brando.
Hey.
This is Paul in California. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Paul. What part of California you in, man?
I'm in Pismo Beach.
Is that by San Diego?
No. I think that's further
It's up
north.
on the Central Coast.
Oh, man. So you got good surfing there.
And
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you got the breakers coming off the coast right there. Pismo Beach is a big-time surfer place.
that's up north, right?
Yeah.
It's between San Francisco and LA.
Yeah.
Man, and you got cold water, too, man. What's going on, brother?
Well, not a whole lot. I've been talking with a few people, and I love Patreon. I tell you, thank you very much. It's a great place to go visit and just read.
Right.
I've read so much, I think my head's going to explode.
Too much news.
But anyway, the deletion of the zeros, some of my friends, they still don't understand. I've tried to explain to them that there's two sides to this issue.
Right.
The nominal side and the currency side. They're not going to delete the currency side. They're going to delete the nominal side. Now, is that correct?
Okay, now you're asking me a question that I can only answer this way, okay?
Okay.
And I'll answer your question. I won't bullcrap anybody, okay? There's a nominal side. There's an exchange side. There's a currency side, right?
Yes.
And there's one more side.
The dark side.
The SDR basket. The Arab SDR basket. If you don't understand the Arab SDR basket, you don't understand the whole process of the deletion of 3 zeros.
So there's 3 sides.
There's 5 sides. Really, 4 sides.
Wait,
Seriously.
Wait.
There's the nominal value.
Nominal,
There's the currency.
currency,
There's the exchange rate.
exchange rate, and then the basket.
And then the basket. The
The
SDR
basket.
basket.
Yes.
And SDR baskets can be explained. If you wanted to go ahead and look it up, the role of the SDR basket. Look.
That's
Sorry. I'm going up there now. Can y'all see this?
There you go. Okay. Okay. You can move it now.
You can look it up for yourself.
Let me see.
That's one of the documents.
The role of the SDR
dominated securities, and official and private portfolios.
Okay.
So people don't understand a big thing about the SDR basket is that it's manipulated by a basket of currencies that's not the real SDR. I got to answer another call. Hold on here a second.
Call from
Second caller.
Did you?
Hey, what's going on now?
Okay, so let's finish with.
So second caller, let me answer first caller's question. So
Hey, I got you on everything about your trust. But I'm going to tell you like this.
appreciate that,
I'm
Don.
going to ask you one question. No, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to tell you like this. Now, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but let me answer the first question.
Hold on one second.
Let me answer the first caller's question, okay?
Okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You've got to understand that it's those values based upon a principle multiplied by a facto. Okay, by de facto. The de facto is their SVR basket is based upon 3 currencies in a basket. Now, I can't give it all away, but you got to understand, Pivo's already said that. But the idea is it's so much more than just those things that we talk about to understand and really understand this. What does the 3 zeros represent to people? Okay? So first caller,
It represents depression.
huh?
It represents depression right now. Am I lying, big dog?
You live.
You the second caller. Hold on.
Check it out.
Pete.
Check it out, big dog.
Okay.
With those three zeros being deleted off the dinar has nothing to do with us. It has only things to do with the people. I mean, with their country. Because everybody in this country cannot be walking around a billionaire and rich. Can't do that.
But remember, yes, I agree. Yes, but here,
Stop the zero.
big dog, let me tell you something. You're actually onto something very profound. You just don't know it. A dinar is only a dinar in country. And you're absolutely right about that. You just think about, I can't tell you that, but you're onto something. You just don't know what you're onto.
And Remnant 1 was saying the same thing. She said, "Can you please address that everyone can exchange?" I've seen somewhere people saying they not going to let just anyone exchange.
Okay,
for the rich.
anybody can exchange, okay? And there's no such thing as contract rates. Contract rates are crap. There's no contract. Listen, if you're a general contractor and I hire you to do a job, you're bidding on the job to do it cheapest, as cheap as possible.
You can't drop nothing. You can't drop zero. You can't do nothing until it's international.
Exactly. Hold on, callers.
You cannot exchange anything until it's international.
Absolutely.
You can't breathe until it's international. But again, you have people saying, "Oh, I cashed the man in California." No, you didn't cash the man. What you did was get your money back. But at the same time, big dog, look, I can't wait to go cash in. Mr. B, we got a lot to talk about. I love you, Miss B. Hey,
Love you
y'all
too.
doing a great job. Keep pushing the knowledge for real. Because y'all think it's straight truth. But a lot of people don't know what the truth is until you actually do what? Read. And that's the only thing to do for people to do is read.
Read. Thank you, big dog. I'm going to hang up on both y'all, okay? I'm going to explain one more thing about contract rates.
I'm gone, brother.
All right, now, y'all. Bye.
Have a very good day, Mr. Brando.
All right, you too.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too. There is no such thing as a contract rate. Daisy hates contract rate. Let me explain why. If you're a contractor and I hire you to do a job, a contractor by definition is someone that's going to do that job cheaper probably than the other contractor. That's why they got the bid. So why would I give the cheapest bid of that job 4 times the amount I'd give the guy that told me to do the job the best? Contract rates make no sense. Get off contract rates. Understand what the deletions of the 3 zeros means. It doesn't mean negativity, and it doesn't mean a lop. And it doesn't mean the actual currency goes with a certain value. You got to understand how it works. Now, when you put 1 and 2 together, it makes sense. But if you only understand half of it, which so many of you do, and that's why when I saw this comment by a guy named WB, he said, well, you know what, I get you, but if you look at it like this, you're getting it, but you're listing 1/2 of it. You don't understand how the Arab Monetary Fund works, and you obviously don't understand how currency works within that monetary fund and what an SDR basket is. There's SDR funds, there's SDR baskets. Okay? Mike, I'm having a great night, y'all. How y'all doing? Okay, I'm 7:45 in this thing. There are picks on the CBI. Yes, there are. No. Yes, zeros removed as a new currency. No, that's not true. There's not a new currency. If it was a new currency, it'd be Iran. It would go from the Arial to the Toman. That's not deletion of the 3 zeros, y'all. That's not it. You're missing it. You haven't read about it. You don't understand yet. And I'm not criticizing you, but read it. Read it. Google it. It tells you everything you need to know. Until this actually happens, there are some facts, but most of what we say and think is pure speculation and portending. WB, actually not. Actually, you can actually look up the historical data of actually who's lopped zeros off their currency, and no, it's not pretentious or it's not making it up. It's not speculative. Look it up. You're absolutely wrong. Without a doubt. I can prove it to you. I got it right here. I had to do it. It took one stroke of Google. It's right here. And I can tell you every country that's involved in it. It's ever done it. And I'll post the link.
Weezy said Iraq will not delete zeros, in my opinion.
Iraq will change the denomination of the notes that they carry right now. Yes, they will. It is deletion of the 3 zeros, but it's in a positive way. Most people take deletion of the 3 zeros like Turkey, like Japan, like Germany, and they look at it in a negative sense. Or Brazil. You know that Brazil has actually deleted 3 zeros more often than any other currency in the world?
Who has?
Brazil.
Oh. But, can I say something?
Yeah.
When you look up speculative investments, guess what also comes up? Stocks. Everything is speculative.
Okay.
Unless it's guaranteed, there's nothing in writing. You don't have a contract saying anything's guaranteed. So I think people got to change the way they think. If you go out and buy Apple, right?
It's speculative.
It's speculative.
Or
if you go out and buy, bonds, that's the only thing that's solid.
Or I got one more thing.
It's going to say pretty much how much you're going to make over time.
Or short death. Short death.
What do you mean?
Meaning that if you think you're going to die at 84, short it at 50 and make some money and kill yourself, right? I'm just saying, it's not speculative if I do that. You can't short bonds and you can't short like treasury notes, right?
Because you really can't predict anything. I mean, you can't predict the housing
it's all
market.
speculative. I mean, come on.
I mean, we've been waiting for a recession for some time now.
There's no recession. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen next year. There's no zombie apocalypse.
The stock market has performed well for, I think, the past 8 years.
In a downturn market. Meaning the marketplace isn't that great, but the stock market's done great.
So you can't really
Unemployment's done great. Contrary, gold has done great. Silver's getting better.
Everything is speculative. That's why I'm just,
Only you can bet on is death and taxes.
You sure know the IRS is going to get you even in death.
But you got to understand something. The whole process of deleting the 3 zeros is actually a 2-step process. It might even be more.